Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. As you can see, it's small and it's blank. This is a 4x8 layout that will go in my San Diego album. What's on the other side of this is actually the opening page, so it has to be 4x8, but this is all I've picked out so far. And I did this because I have this. I want my flight info on there. I don't want to actually use the photo. I printed it because I thought I was going to. Now I've changed my mind. It happens, you know. I will just fill in the info on my flight, I think, because I don't really need to have this, and I always find it a challenge, like, oh, I gotta cover up this code because I don't like seeing it. So this is what I have. My goal or preference is to find something in here in my DIY embellishments because, oh, look, there's one right here. Oop. That shows flight because I know I have some. Now this one, this navy is much darker than this. I don't think that means like I couldn't use it, but I'd like to find something maybe that's a little bit more colorful, a little bit more color variation at least. Like for this, actually, I mean, these colors match great because I flew Sun Country and their colors are blue, orange, and white. So that's great. But if I don't want to actually use this, I don't need this to be orange and white. So, I mean, I'll keep it. Actually, in here, I can see I have this too. That's kind of fun. I know I have a bunch in here that actually, I got the orange and blue happening again, but that's another one that might work. But I know I have a bunch that actually like have planes on them or say something about flight. So I'll just go through there and see what I find. All right, well, I found several more that I like. The only one I'm questioning is maybe this one. There really is no blue in there. Now, that doesn't mean I can't find something to make it match, but I like that it's bigger. This is, you know, a long piece of paper. So I like that it's bigger because I could do something like that and then just journal. I'd have to obviously put like a strip of white cardstock or something, but I could journal on it. It leaves me plenty of room, but it also takes up a nice chunk of space up top, and I kind of like that. But the rest of these are okay too. I really like this one. I love that it says Bon Voyage. Part of me feels like maybe I should save that for the next time I go to Europe just because it's in a foreign language, which is kind of dumb. If I like it, I like it. I should use it. But again, it's both wider and longer. It takes up a little bit more space here, which I like. Still would have room for journaling. So these two, I like that large pennant aspect simply for that. But this one's a pennant too, and I kind of like that it goes sideways. I forgot that I did some of those going the opposite direction. They're not all vertical. And that would be kind of cool. I could use it at the top or the bottom. And with this one, I might even be able to fit like a 3x4 card on here. So I could find a card that matches, use that, do my journaling there, and then still have this as well, and maybe even overlap them somehow. So I don't know. I have lots of choices here. Color-wise, I think these two are my favorite just because they have more pops of color than the others. So, you know what, actually, I'm just going to say it's going to be one of those two. Not that I don't like these, but I have plenty of layouts coming. I can use those for something else. I put a bunch of cards in my San Diego bin, but I don't remember exactly what's all in there. I know there's a lot of like, see how it says tropical? There's a lot of tropical, palm tree, like sunny related things. I don't know that that's going to fit with this. Like, I don't know that any of those are about the actual travel part, but I will look at them, grab them all out here and see. There might be like a 4x6 I could cut down or something. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I threw them all in there, but I'll look and see. And if nothing works, then I'll just go into my regular stash of travel cards. Okay, so in all of those cards, this is the only one I found that I might consider. And it just says, discover your own paradise. That might be okay. I can just say like, hey, we decided to go to San Diego because we wanted somewhere warm, you know, as winter approached, because this was November. And, you know, talk about it that way. That might work. If I were to put it on here, it works with both of these because it's got the yellow peeking out there. Oh, you know what? It's white on white. If I use that, that's not going to work. But this would. How would I do it? Would I just do it like that maybe? Or even down a little bit more? That gives me the option of doing something up top as well. Like right over here and going, I don't know what that would be exactly, but it gives me the option. And you know what? I like the way that looks. So I'm just going to stop hemming and hawing and I'm going to go with that. All right, so I adhered this, but I left a little spot like towards the top where there was no adhesive so that I can just tuck this in when it's ready. I'm going to have to do my journaling on this now, I think, because I don't want to have it all glued down and then I start writing and I screw it up. So I'll have to do that, but then I can tuck it under here. So that's good. But then I need to figure out what else am I doing up top. So I don't think I want to use another DIY embellishment for my stash. Like that's too much, I think. But I'll have to figure out like what else can I do? So I might just do, let me grab these. I might just do something that's in my ephemera stash. I have lots of different color options. I could use orange if I wanted to. I've got pink, no more blue, maybe this green. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of digging the pink. It's right here and I like the way it looks in terms of color and lightens it up. So I'll look in here. Well, guys, I screwed up a little bit. Not in what I wrote, but in how I wrote it. I forgot that I was going to overlap, and now I can't because the words will be cut off. So that was a dumb mistake on my part. I should have thought a little bit harder about it. But I don't want to reprint and redo this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the card over here, like on the right-hand side, stagger it a little bit, and I can still use another, you know, embellishment up here. It's just that I can't overlap it the way I thought. I found a couple of things, but none of them were really jumping out at me. I had all these up here that I was trying to make them work. This would work, but it feels kind of tiny compared to what I've got going. So it's okay, I guess. But I found something that I really like. It's huge though. And then I can't go flush to the right. I have to move this over. So this is turning out very differently than what I originally thought, but I think I'm going to do it. I have this honking piece of ephemera that says, let's go. I have no other use for it. Haven't seen anything thus far where I would use it, but it would fit right here. I could overlap it even a little bit more if I wanted to get more to the right side. So I could do that. Then I get that pink in there. It covers up this space. It gives me an embellishment. It's definitely much busier than I thought this would be, but I think I'm okay with it since it's just really journaling. I don't have a photo on this page or anything. And I ended up not writing about my actual flight info other than like the date I left and generically when I arrived. And you know what? That's okay. I guess I don't need to have all the exact info. But I think because most of those did not work, I'm going to go with this option and just hope I don't regret it. I did decide to do a mini staple right there just to add that in. And now I'm going to put adhesive on this and just stick it down before I change my mind to anything else. There we go. That's probably enough. And it'll go right up here, as far to the right as I can get it. Maybe like that. Let's see. Is that good? I think so. All right. So not how I planned it or thought maybe this would go, but in the end, I'm happy with it. And it's another page to go in the album. So here's another one done for San Diego. Thanks for watching.